Okay, and not blowing my eardrums out. Very important. Okay, oh wait, actually I don't need that. Okay. So, sorry for the unusual time slot. This shouldn't happen again. As I mentioned last night, my schedule's being altered heavily at my job. So tomorrow I will probably have an announcement video outlining what it's going to be like for the rest of the year. And it's going to be closer to the time slots that we've had, except basically later. Hey person, how's it going? How you doing this morning? Interact. Hey, hold on. There it goes. Okay. Yes! Okay. Reminds me of an old knock-knock joke. I don't know why people tell knock-knock jokes. They were never funny, even as a child. And yet we ran around telling them, sure enough. Trying to learn how to make humor. It's very hard for a small child to fabricate humor. Okay, we're making a great worm. I've been thinking about this. And I think I've been going about this wrong. See, here's the problem. The firestorm is absolutely amazing. Glad to hear it. Hey, how's it going? Well, I've got about 2 hours. Then I have to grab all my crap because I actually have a cab that I time called. Like, I'll have to be flying out the door when I stop this. So, yeah, anyway, I was starting to say, I think I've been handling this wrong. Firestorm is absolutely amazing at destroying magicians, which are what everybody is using. Caveat. They're amazing at destroying magicians that are not beastmen. That's what Flandre is running. Beastmen. It takes, if I could cast it twice in a turn, it would work. But I can't. So I'm ending up casting it multiple times, and 3 castings of Firestorm is more expensive than a Great Worm. And I think that a Great Worm can take a city. I know that 2 can. So I think I'm going to be going with Great Worms that Water Walk and Pathfind. I mean, Firestorm was the method for fighting Byakurin. It's just that Beastmen magicians are just more durable. So, yeah. So, yeah, alright, let's see. I would really like to have Colossi. But as much as I want to pump everything into research, I think if I get anything, it's going to be some spell power. More spell skill, I think, would be the best thing for me right now. And I seem to have the cash if I invest my resources into it. Oh boy. If I hate putting myself in negative mana. I've been burned by it before, where all of your enchantments and everything come unraveled because you can't pay upkeep. So I have to pay very close attention and not screw up. Oh, well, that's delightful. Shit, they're hitting my capital. Right, but I reinforced my capital with extra paladins. I know that she wants to take my capital, so I made fire-resistant units. Now, I cannot heal a stack with, whatchamacallit. Not Herb Mastery, the targeted tile one. Anyway, I can't heal the stack until I'm done summoning my worm. Why can't I think of the name of that spell? Nature spell. Heals all the units in one tile. Okay, here it comes. Well, they did a lot of damage to my Pegasi. More damage to my Paladins than I would have thought. But my heroes are largely unscathed. Largely. 101 trillion physical multi. You're getting there. Odds are still heavily stacked against me, but we'll see. Oh, don't you dare get this thing into my city. Stay out. Alright. Well, an adamant stag beetle's probably the worst thing here. Let's keep that back. Ah, these paladins really took a beating. I really wish I had a healing spell. I don't have ranged combat to speak of anymore. Not much really going for you, honestly. Other than the fact that you are largely firestorm proof. I mean, we could just lose the game on the first turn. I mean, that could totally happen right now, right here and now. I love magic vortexes. I've never really used them this effectively before, but this has been their time. Alright. I have every confidence that we can take wolf riders. Even an injured paladin is worth 2 wolf riders any day. And that iron skin, I think, cements this one. Now my biggest fear is the stag beetles, which are largely arrow-proof, apparently. But not magic vortex-proof. Back up. Step back. I want to keep them away from that vortex. Yes, cavalry charging halberds. That's what I'm doing here. And 1 hero dead. Okay, well, 1 less hero. That was the new one, wasn't it? Yeah, that was the newbie. Holy crap, what is all this? Adamant Elven Lords, Adamant Pegasi, Adamant Manticores, Adamant Halberdiers, who breathe fire! Nature's Cures, yeah, that's the one. Well, they didn't drop a firestorm at least. Which city is this? Is this the critical one? Is this the one that makes paladins? This is better against units that want to move slowly towards me. Not so good to get hunting down manticores. No guts, no glory. Fly out towards that vortex and hope it doesn't spin towards you. Oh yeah, these guys were from my capital. Yeah, this is the super important city. Oh, this isn't good. This is the city that makes the paladins. Currently, the most important city in my empire that's not my capital. Well, this is the only time these bowmen are ever going to get to shoot. You, however, are missile immune. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Paladins can't attack anything up in the air. Got a couple good webbings, though. Why not? Black Prayer. Amazingly, they didn't shoot these guys down. Ah! Well, we knew it was a thing that could happen. They've got several levels. And they're undead. Holy shit. Oh, that's not good. Wow. I mean, I could just drop an iron skin, but I don't think that's gonna cover it. Get that lion heart. Okay. Okay, so you're still higher level than me. You still got some buffs. Softening. Okay, and I've got a black prayer softening me, but that's okay. Even the odds. Right, that's their Pegasi. Got tore up by my own vortex. Alright, let's see. I should have another webbing. Yeah. No! Please tell me it didn't just destroy my, any of the buildings I need to make paladins. Well, when you're being destroyed by your own out-of-control vortex, there's only one thing to do. Put another one into play. Why are you guarding the door? Why are you even bothering? They all fly anyway. Get out there. Oh, that's great. Ah! Come on! They're right there. And every other direction was good. Alright. Well, I was going to try to reinforce my capital from here, but now I think we need to reinforce. They're attacking both ends of my gate. Alright. Finish that off. Yeah, they wrecked the longbowmen. Ooh. We have resistance, you know. That stat that's supposed to do something. Shit, I can't summon anything. I shouldn't have used that warp lightning. No. Let me see. 4 ammo, 1 ammo. Well, makes this obvious. I think I'm about to lose this city. This terror is really screwing things up. It's taking a lot of my turns away. Oh, come on. Alright. Yes! Some success. Well, I don't have a whole lot left. None of these actually help all that much, unless... No, that'll never work, apparently. This won't help in any way, shape, or form. Just hide in a corner and... Shit. Terror. Shit. Shit! Let me move! I can no longer resupply my capital. I can no longer make paladins. Ooh, jeez. She has specifically targeted my most valuable cities out one at a time. The Mithril Magicians with Orichalcon was a disaster when I lost it. The city that produced the Adamant Pegasi, that was a terrible blow. Now the Paladins. And my capital is already, like, my troops are chewed up there. That is not good. It was a pretty well-defended point. It's been busted up pretty badly. Ah, shit. I can't just walk out of this city. I guess when it comes down to it, I mean, this city just had a lot of stuff smashed, but it can still produce paladins. I guess the question is, which city is more valuable? And we know that this is too valuable to let go. I'm basically giving this city over to her. Really? You targeted the paladin? Okay. I thought you were gonna pick an earth elemental. Why? Why did anything get damaged? Why did any building get damaged in that? That was a precision strike. Gotta get the paladins online. Great, with the earth gate down, I have no way to reinforce. I could take a Pegasi out of here, but everything is stretched too thin here. This whole area is likely to fall. I need that gate open. She could just hit that city again next turn. Let's take that. Alright, let's see. What are we doing here? Oh, right. Alright. I think pairs of 2 worms is going to be the order of the day. These are guards for if I actually take something. And you were a scout. I don't know that there's anything else to scout, but go. Yeah, actually I am using my gold reserve right now. You see that I've got my mana in the negative, plus I'm casting every turn. I'm gaining spell skill. Increased spell skill is, I determine, the most important thing, even more important than researching the Colossus. I think I can get by with worms. I prefer the Colossus, but Great Worms are probably going to be everything. Being able to summon them faster is key. Alright, do I lose? Which cities do I lose? I can't keep up with everything. Well, I mean, it's the obvious strategy again. Alright, we've got a spearman, okay. But we've got longbowmen backed by paladins. Yeah, that's right. You gotta deal with a vortex and you're stuck in mud. Deal with that! While under heavy fire. Where do you think you're going? You're not getting out of that mud. The hill. That gets you out of the mud, I suppose. Oh, we're right there to intercept you now. Stupid terror. I was gonna move my units to oh, shit. Shit. Oh, does anybody still have a move? Okay, you can move. You were supposed to intercept these last turn. Terror is such a pain. What? You live? Yes. Okay, finishing blow. Okay. Alright, I don't think I lost a unit in all that, somehow, though the city is a total wreck. If she had used Firestorm, she'd have won that fight. Yeah, Nature and Chaos, I really think, like, if you're playing Chaos, Nature is just the natural combination. In fact, I would say that splashing Nature's better than just going with more Chaos. Definitely. Though, if I'm thinking as a Nature Mage, I think I'd rather go 100% Nature. I mean, they've got everything. They've even got an Ice Storm, which is basically exactly like Firestorm, already in their thing. Man, I've had a lot of buildings wrecked in a lot of cities. I'm gonna need... where's... Oh, crap, I need an Armor's Guild too. Okay, fine. Ow, the price tags of these things. I need to reestablish my Earth Gate. Alright. So, the plan is pairs of Great Worms. I'm going to keep this city locked down with all these heavy defenses, because it is my... Oh, good. You did something. Well, the plan is 2 water-walking Great Worms with land link, and I might as well throw Iron Skin on them to boot. And those are going to... almost. That's my plan. Alright, reinforce. Keep going. failed to take my capital. Killed one of my heroes, but... oh my gosh, I can't hold that off. This can just walk in. Look, I can't hold this. I know I can't hold this. This city over here is too valuable. Alright, if you step out of town, you're just gonna get smashed, so I might as well leave you there. It was a lovely town. It was very nice. Let's get what we can out of it. But this has to hold. Thank you. Hit the wrong thing there. Wish I had Aether Binding. Chaos also, I think, works well with sorcery, though not as comborific as nature. Don't think it's a very good combination with death magic, though, unfortunately. I wish I had a magician here. Yep, and your counter-strike kills most of the magicians. Yeah, it pretty much just is. It's just a good school. Pegasi do not pack the same punch as these manticores. We should teach them to use poison. Rather use precision. Now's not the time. I don't like being this close to one. Oh, if this vortex goes the wrong direction, I'm in trouble. Go that way. Go that way. Please. Okay. Alright, now we got all this stuff coming up this side. See how I can hold. Ah! Crap! I just invested like a ton of gold rebuilding. Tricks, tricks, tricks. I don't have any good tricks. This thing is just gonna rip the paladin apart. Always with the terror. Yeah, I didn't figure that would last long. Sure, it would be nice if these Pegasi, point blank with adamant, were capable of, oh, I don't know, doing damage. These portals have ended up way out of place. Wow. I can't do damage. I can't do damage. Yeah, the High Elves just suck. I've decided they're probably the worst race on a whole. I've heard the arguments repeatedly, and their longbowmen are good, but they're so fragile. They're so fragile. I think the longbowmen are about the only thing they've got going for them, and you can, you know, regular bowmen, if given adamant, are pretty close in power. Like, +1 to attack and long range isn't that huge. The Pegasi just don't... They just don't compare to what other races get as their high-end units. But the real clincher is not the units themselves. They're okay. It's the fact that the High Elves have that penalty to their growth is slow. Their growth is slow, and they don't really get anything out of it. I mean, you could argue that the half power thing, but high men get cheaper buildings. You know? Yeah. Blur is basically a 25% damage reduction. There's no way I can hold this. The city has fallen again. My units are just completely outclassed right now. I just spent, as I said, that fortune. I think I might have mistimed that one. Sure would be nice if those things would ever come close. Yeah. Alright, that's it. And because I evacuated the nearby cities, all the nearby cities are likely to fall too. Ah, well now, Dark Elves. Dark Elves are a different matter. Nightmares and Warlocks, those are late game units. Pegasi are just not a late game unit. They're a mid game unit in a race that has slow growth. You'd be better off going with Clacons and making Stag Beetles. You can get them out faster. And you have more production. Oh, wait, that wasn't... Oh, okay, that was this city over here. Oh, I thought that was this city over here. Okay, I lost this one. Well, that's not unexpected. Okay, yeah, a little bit more production, then we'll start the Paladin. Alright. I'm still holding this for now. Alright. Where, okay, 1... 3 Grey Worms. Oh great, that would take my capital. Comforting to know. Okay. There, the 2 cities that mustn't be allowed to fall are reinforced. Alright. Well, let's hit this real fast. Alright, what can I do? Hee, I can finally cast Raise Dead. That's nice. Shame that she's the one who'd probably get dead, but can't be helped. Alright. 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 Can't hit it this turn. I remember Hydra's being tougher than that. It must be rigged up to make sure that... Ouch. They don't get too out of control from buffs. This paladin did not do damage like the others did. Oh no, he's dead. I shouldn't have cast a spell with you. I should have saved that Raise Dead. Now I'm down another paladin. Alright. Chaos Rift. Okay. Well, it's a spell. Alright. Come on. Alright, let's set this one up first. You can't go too far. But if you see a city that doesn't have a lot in it, you can take it by yourself. We're gonna go reenact the movie Trevor's over here. No, we aren't. Too many flying things. Alright. Ah, my casting skill's actually going down because of all the damage and lost buildings. You mean not the Invisible Stalker, that's a death summon. You're thinking of Nightblades, the poison, the only unit that's invisible that doesn't cost mana to maintain or summon. Yeah. Stag Beetles are pretty good. Lizardmen's Dragon Turtles are almost like Stag Beetles. Plus, they get these really good javelin ears. So lizardmen are very viable also. The map hasn't changed much, other than one of my my capital, I've taken some hits. But I'm holding the most important things. Yes, there are 2 problems with the Rift spell, and I'll spell them out real fast when I get to my turn. Well, the first one is they can be dispelled, and the AI has 100 times more resources than I do, so they can dispel my rifts at virtually no cost, whereas I would be dedicating all of my resources to rifting. They cannot dispel my worms, which I was supposed to be summoning one of right now, doggone it. So, that's the first thing. It's actually cheaper than I thought it was. But still, for the price of 4, I could have a second worm, and I'm figuring 2 worms can go through and just burn her cities. One after another. So, I think I'm sticking to the 2 worm plan. I think we're going to start with Lear. Shame, this place would be a source of lots of power. But this is how it's got to be. Alright. In the meantime, what are we going to hit? Dare I attack without using firestorms? I think I dare. Wish I had more nodes and things to hit. I really do. How's your XP coming? Only 16 more. Man, if you could hit another anything, you'd level. Well, maybe not one Minotaur. It's a pretty nice city. Max pop. All built up. Here goes. Yeah, you're not going to be able to petrify great worms. No, I want this here. And my great worm on a horse. This is already a 2 great worm army. The inferior great worm and the greater great worm. Sad thing is I think more resources have gone into the inferior great worm. Oh, really? A lightning bolt can't kill them? Why is that lizard strong enough to hold off my paladins? I'm gonna lose a paladin over this. I thought they'd hit harder than that. Yep. Shouldn't have even brought them. Die! Were lizards buffed at some point? Oops. One step too many. Crap, I don't want to give you a turn. And another paladin is dead, but hey, she's tougher now. Alright, let's see. Actually, I lost 2 units in there. One of them was a Pegasi, one of them was a paladin. Wow, I had to heal you twice in 1 turn. What can I say? They really take beating. Ooh, with a couple firestorms, you could just walk in and destroy that by yourself. No, 2 firestorms are more than half a great worm. Dragon. Those dirt stains will never get out. Dirt and blood and everything else. Bursting out of the ground, tearing things up. It's for dirty work. Surprisingly, no Worm Rider from Dune hero. Nah, the horse is used to it. It likes it. I mean, it was traumatic the first time when it broke all 4 legs and they had to be removed, but ever since then it's been used to this whole lifestyle. Grown accustomed to it. You can actually get artifacts that really do grant melding into the ground. But usually you see teleport like what I got. I don't know why tunneling underground, tunneling through the earth would be faster than walking. Seems a bit odd, that. Alright, there we go. Full load of defenses in both key cities. Worm on the way. Can you take that by yourself? I really should wait. There's no sense in taking unnecessary risks. And yet... Alright, who's next? Who's next? Be the same deal again. I'll lose one. On the other hand, if I go this way, oh, they're all airborne. That's a problem. I might just spare the cities that have a lot of air in them right now. Almost got back to 200. Defeating blue. Ah, Big Bertha. She's the best. Wish I had her in this game right now. You mean the voice. I don't know. Maybe possession. Or maybe confusion. I'm not quite sure. Probably would be a wizard, actually. One of the actual wizards with the spell book and all. Yeah, I completely gave up on this city. It's yours. To defend my source of paladins. I only left guards in here to make you wreck buildings. And maybe get off a shot. Nope, didn't do it. This city again. Alright. I am this high-level super wizard using Earth to Mud still. Really wish I had Entangle. That would be the spell. Just gonna do this. I'll keep you tied down a little bit. Alright. And you know what always happens when you guys fight me. He's gonna use terror, and that's gonna entangle this army so that it can't fight properly. So, do as much damage as we can while we can still shoot. Huh, same hill. Now we got this problem here. I want to web you, but I need to kill this. Oh, wait, I can't do anything because terror. Stupid terror. All right. Anybody? Just you, huh? No spellcasting for doggone it. Almost everything is frozen. See, that's more what I expected paladins to do to a lizard. Why didn't they do it in the last battle? Anybody get a move? Nobody gets a move. Okay, no spellcasting for you, I say. Oh, okay, you get a move. Alright, get out of here. Oh, if only I had more shots. I could do this. All right. That leaves this stupid thing. Just hope they get turns. Don't you start doing things like that. Come on. Get a turn. Oh, I'm gonna do that. Okay, you have to live. You're giving us resistance. God, even with the resistance, the terror is still triggering constantly. Alright, you guys can just go and hide. No! The spearmen, they fought valiantly. And I don't get a turn at all. Crap. Why won't you guys have a turn? Oh my gosh. Finally, somebody gets a move. You guys just don't feel like attacking them? The longbowman could have shredded that first elemental. Well, this city's going to be reduced to poop. pretty draconian recruitment policies. I have enormous defenses. There's only so much I can do. Not even able to get them a replacement for that. "8,000 inhabitants killed. Oh, is that all?" Well, the Gadgeteer was also dead for a good chunk of the game, so she's technically, like, half the level everyone else is. Only spell books. Yeah, that is true. No, don't kill this. I need this. In fact, I'm gonna need it like this turn. We'll try to reinforce this poor town. Foresters Guild, go! What's in here? Death Knights. How many? Oh yeah, I can take this. And she gets away. Alright, we definitely want to go in for that. More air. You're not supposed to get petrified. You're Medusa. This is backwards. Oh, great. You jerks. Wish I could shoot. I guess it doesn't really matter, since the magicians are all immune to arrows anyway. Yeah, Pegasi are just not top tier. Did you just get hurt twice fighting magicians? What a lovely little town. Okay, right. And that's the replacement Pegasi. We can heal the stack next turn. As much as I want to go fight those Death Knights, I think we're going to march down this road here. Now we've got buffs to recast. I want to hit this now, but it would be foolish to risk my worm by itself. I should wait till I have a second. Alright, we're back over 200. Finally, I got my casting skill back where it was at the start of today. That's right, keep pouring fire on Byakurin's troops. She's the real threat. be interesting looking at the charts today. I'll have definitely gone down in power. But... oh man, look at that map. There's so little left. Everyone's going down. Everyone's losing right now. We've gone from a game of building up and getting better to just everything burning and dying. It's a horrible world war. They fly, they're mobile. I mean, I'll give them that. Their resistance isn't quite up to task, so they get possessed all the time. They can shoot and they can fight. But they're just not... I think maybe they just don't have any specialization. Like the longbowmen hit so much harder than they do and are so much easier to produce. But the longbowmen are killed by absolutely anything that touches them. Yeah, the Pegasi, they're in a slow breeding race. They come in late game, and they don't change the game the way paladins do. You know what I mean? But yes, they do have mobility. Alright, we're back to making our paladins now. How is my research coming? I basically turned my research off a while ago, and it's 24. Well, it's happening. We're getting there. Alright. The worms are ready. At last. I'm now going to have 2 armies stomping through her cities. I want to hit, but we're kind of too beaten up to do it. So we're going to wait a turn. Ooh, somebody lost their water walking too. I'll have to fix that as well. Alright, slowly we're getting our defenses back up. Well, okay, let's talk late tier units. Let's talk different races. So halfling don't get a late tier unit, but with the food, the research, and the fast growth, and their slingers. Okay, they're kind of an odd case because they don't get barracks. They're the only race that doesn't get the barracks and the war college. So their units come out with no levels. If you have heroism or a hero with arms master to build them up, though, the slingers are definitely... because again, it's an odd case. Like, they don't work at all against magicians. They're hard countered by one of the most common units in the game. So they're an odd choice. They don't really get a late tier unit. Lizardmen and Clacons and Gnolls and Barbarians get a strong unit that's mid-tier. Stag Beetles, Berserkers, and so on. I have mixed feelings about Berserkers, but Berserkers, if a Berserker hits, whatever it hits is dead, and they're really cheap. Like Pegasi, they take a little while to train. Berserkers just come out onto the field in force. And they do weird things to the charts that make other wizards want to be your friend. So they have a fearsome reputation that makes the other wizards fear you. But yeah, those are all kind of early mid-tier units. You get them out early game, you conquer a bunch with them. Your late game is a bit lacking, but you can always try mass producing them. Then we come to Highmen, orcs, elves, you know, the late game races. And out of those, the elves have the slowest growth, so they're the latest of the late game race. So as the slowest, most late game race, you expect them to have, you know, a strong late game. But they don't have a strong late game. Now, the orcs are a little bit strange, also, because their units are cheaper than everybody else's and have lower maintenance costs, and they tend to get hordes. So, you know, they don't, you know, even their wyverns are kind of a, you know, I'll make a whole bunch of these kind of thing. And I'd say Elven Lords and Pegasi are individually better, but, like, I keep comparing them with the High Men because it's the most apt comparison. Special trait: I build buildings faster for much lower prices. Special trait: yeah, 15%. There it is. Straight off the top for all buildings. Then on top of that, they get paladins. They get the best magicians also, with 6 figures in them. They get some other nice things too. By comparison, I mean, you've got a slower growth rate. You have to pay full price to build buildings. You're just slow. You're really slow. And that makes it very hard because you're trying to, you know, you're playing catch up. Magicians. I'd hate to burn the only troll city. I love having troll armies. All right, let's see. We need they got it off of both of you, did they? Now it's very important. And finally, immolation is just kind of one of those extras. You don't really need it. We're making more worms. Yes, more. Ooh. It's inevitable that this thing is going to be petrified one day completely. Let's see. Okay, good. Still have a full set. Yes. Yes, it would. I could trade into good stuff. Resist magic is good, but not all that big a deal. Focus magic, my armies are all wrong because ever since I lost the ability to make my super magician. Ooh, shit, she learned massacre. Massacre, massacre. How did that one actually read? Was it damage or was it save or die? I think it's a save or die effect. Ah, crap, I screwed it up. Okay. And slowly the Beastmen world shrinks. Yeah. You have no recourses. You have no outs. We'll start with the most dangerous thing on the battlefield. Glad I didn't decide to go in with just one. Ooh, shit! Don't want that to happen. Look, it's a ranged unit. You need to do something about that. 2 hit points. Yes, I just attacked halberdiers with 2 hit points. No ranged attacks for you. Nope. Maybe the proper party size is 3 great worms. Just maybe. Alright, we need some healing. Definitely need to do some healing. How you guys holding up? Yeah, definitely. Still losing a unit every time. How you coming? 550. Shit. Well, that's the city I'm losing next, is it? Not the gnolls, you monsters! Yeah. Jackal Riders ceased to be relevant a long time ago, before I even started making them, I think. They're an interesting unit. But gnolls are kind of an early expansion through conquest kind of race. Not the best thing to pick up mid-game. Keep my eye on that mana flow. My resources have been dwindling. I'm gonna have to go back to producing mana crystals soon. Yeah, I definitely should make it 3 great worms. I figured the buffs would have given them enough of an edge, but yeesh. Gorgons are tough. We're gonna start running into cities with great worms in them soon. I have so few summons, but I'm tempted to do the big global spell just to give the worms a little bit more of an edge. Let's look at exactly how much edge we're talking. Before I forget to do the important things. Okay. No, I want global. Where's my globals? Didn't I have... Oh, I never researched it! That's why. Okay, never mind. Alright. I want to summon another worm, but we're just going to get beaten up over and over again and need to heal. So maybe we should try some lower end spells. Ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, we're going for this one then. We'll be there next turn. And I need the reinforcement. Oh, and scout whatever's going on over there. Alright, let's see. You two. This city keeps changing hands. I've seen it red, I've seen it blue, now it's purple. Yeah, I lost 2 cities here. There's no way I'm getting reinforcements to there. Sure there is. Alright. Alright. We've got only 45 minutes remaining to us. How much damage can I do? She's got massacre, man. If I put the 2 great worms together with the other great worm and my hero and the paladin and everything else going on in that stack, I could probably take on anything. But her capital's probably got 9 great worms in it, so not that. But anything else. Either 9 great worms or 4 to 5 superheroes and some great worms. I can't tell yet. As we go, it will become apparent. You'll start to see it at some point. And then it will quickly, like, her economy will be stretched, and then all of a sudden it will crash. It's probably already thinning, we just can't tell. But each time she loses a city, it ends up forcing any city that's running production to stop production and do more farming. There is a limit. Part of the problem is she keeps conquering cities on the Arcanus plane. She already took 2 from me this game, and I've only burned, what, 3 cities today? 4? I'm not sure how many I've burned. But it's about to be 1 more. I'm on the magic road. Why is it taking full points of movement? Oh well. We'll be there tomorrow. This continent might have her capital on it. Flying. I have enough webbing to do this. Yeah, not good enough. Reaper Slash, that's poison damage. Trying to use poison against the great worms? That'll never work. Should have attacked this and then moved. And another one gone. Don't even get XP for it. Oops. Shit. Oh, I should have actually targeted something with that. Oh well. Hey, Noah. Maybe. Or maybe she could have just declared war on one person at a time. Instead of declaring war on everyone all at once, she could have just left me alone. I'd have just watched as she cleaned up Byakurin. I'd have been like, okay, sure, yeah, I'm already at war with this person. Go ahead. If she hadn't been burning cities, if she had been conquering them, like, it was her game to lose. She still might win. I mean, I'm not in the clear yet. She could pull out a terrifying new spell at any moment. And if she does suddenly start the spell of mastery, I can't break her capital. I don't even know where her capital is, but I know I wouldn't be able to break it. I'm only nibbling away at the edges of her power, even now. These are small cities I'm crushing in this area. My other army has been hitting major cities, but they've been bleeding men after every battle. I don't think they've gone through a single battle without losing units. And when that paladin finally goes, everything in that stack becomes more vulnerable. I don't know, I was waiting till the end to check the graphs. I want to see the impact. You know, every time I've been burning all these cities and nobody has been congratulating me. My allies are just like, eh. Yeah, she did. Man, I've lost a lot of my best cities to this. Also, there's those great worms just hanging around. Those could just walk into my capital, you know? But I think they're going to go for the island city that doesn't have good defenses. This city doesn't have good defenses either. I'd like to stop and summon great worms into all my cities, but I think it's better to just focus 100% on the offense. Oops. Wasn't expecting you here. I'm not even gonna bother to heal. Here we go again. Ah. Alright, let's see. No wall of darkness. Not that it matters. Big problem here is that so much of this is flying. None of us can actually attack the flyers. But the Gorgons can. And the Pegasi can. Oh, wait a second. Right, no shadow wall. I think that's a save or die spell. Oh, wow. Need more webs. Raised Dead does seem useful, but right now I need to bring crap down. Well, I mean, I was gonna go in and fight them. Okay. Ow. I get one back. That's right. Fight the worm. Attack it. Attack it with your manticores. Three. Oh, you got one. Oh, and thus and oh shit. Okay, so this army has finally been wrecked. No paladins, no Medusa. Okay, I wonder if I'm stumbling upon your capital now. Huh, I never explored these. Wonder what could be lying in wait in them. Alright, try to get this up there. Cling to what's left. Didn't actually attack this city after storming it. Odd. Okay. Looks like you're a few turns away from having another target. We know that that's too tough. Over here, a lot of flying stuff. Actually thinking of going up into this. This seems to be the biggest and best cities. This is where I need my army to be. So one of the stacks is going to move into this area. Alright. And if we're going to do that, then the best way to resupply would be to summon a great worm in my capital. I feel more comfortable if it stayed there, but, well, we can't have it all, can we? I haven't seen her capital. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Do I still own that? Really? Where is it? There it is. Wow, I still own one city in this area. Oh my gosh, this is where when I was making Minthro Magicians, this is where I sent them. Well, it produces 30 power a turn, so I guess the magicians know their trade. Cities that she conquers may be able to produce food for her army, but conquering a city tends to wreck its infrastructure. So there's also that. Yep, she is. I'm seeing more and more of her worms. Seems inevitable that something bad is going to happen to my capital. But if I start defending, if I start using all my worms to defend my cities, I'll have conceded the game. Irrevocably. Sort of. I don't have the resources to hold the cities if I took them. Yet. Not against what she has. But where I'm sending my troops right now. Alright, here's kind of the plan. Here's what I'm thinking. So I was just talking about where I was going to send the troops. And one of the considerations was that there were portals. That's why I'm summoning the Great Worm in my capital. Yep, they're going for the island. I can't stop them. That city is toast. I can't even defend the cities I already own, much less take anything back. I can't expand at all. Which is why I'm forced into this horrible, horrible burning strategy. But yeah. I stripped this city of its defenses a long time ago because I needed them in other places. So basically, I'm coming here. This is all big major cities of hers. It's kind of the heart of her empire, I think. I'm coming here, and I can portal into my main territory. I'll have the option to try to reclaim things. I'll have that option to try to extricate her from this area. If I decide it's time after I burn these. I've also got 2 towers that I can knock over. I don't know what's in them. But, presumably Saruman must be in one of them, right? Anyway. Oh! I found it! It is the heart of her empire. Oh, is that all? Only 7 worms and 2 heroes. Yeah, okay. That draconian city is probably how she spread about this world. So this army is going to pick up a 2nd Great Worm to replace the lost Gorgon. It's going to take them a few turns to get there. The worm will be ready, though. Oh, I see. Oh, no! They dispelled my water walk. I don't want to interrupt summoning my Great Worm to recast it. So we're going to try to walk as close as we can on solid ground. Which is going to mean picking worthless fights. Starfires? Really? Out of all the amazing spells you have, you pick Starfires? Also, I still don't... You just have everything. Alright, let's see. Alright, there's too much flying in here. There's too much flying in there. I'd lose a worm. It's hopeless. You'll never get there in time. Or any epic fantasy for that matter, not just Fire Emblem. Except that instead of a halfling carrying a ring, I'm sending giant death worms through as my only hope. Giant poisonous death worms. But we find that she has even more of them than I do. That her capital has more of them than I have in my entire empire. And we're not surprised. As much as I love the Colossus, it does not, like, I think it's a better unit than a Great Worm, but it doesn't win a fight with a Great Worm, because the Great Worm, hi, crunch, whereas the Colossus wants to kind of be in the back lobbing rocks. When I actually learn that spell, I'm probably going to put one Colossi in my capital. Alright. Are you hitting it? Come on. Come on, just make the move. You have too many units. There it is, okay. So there is nothing that can be done here. Or is there? Of course, she can summon earth elementals. How much lightning can do. Oh, right. Crap. Okay, I know. There's nothing I can do. It's hopeless. Right. Earth to mud? Wait, that only helps it burrow faster. Centaurs. Look at us. We're annoying. Wow, we did a point of damage. Ugh. Okay. What, you're gonna ignore the magicians? Whoops, don't want to cast that. Oh my gosh. Don't summon anything. Don't summon anything. Well, he didn't summon anything. The swordsman survives! We hold! That should not have happened. That was quite the upset. And the Pegasi does arrive in time. Time to eat giant poisonous worm kebabs. Cooking with electricity. Specifically warp lightning. Alright, I need to start shipping these places again. Or building them up. There's no safe place to amass them with all the cities taken. Oh well, if I can somehow. Alright. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Darn. Stuck behind a slow-moving thing in traffic. Fine, we'll go around. Death Knights. There are potentially 3 things I can hit here. I might get a retort or a spell book in one of them. On the other hand, I might lose everything of value that I have. Okay, then we have this mess down here also. I think I'm going to try to put these... I think these two are going to try to hit these cities and move in to join with the main army. I think we need to make a single... Oh, crap. Right, I forgot about you. I think we need to put together a single doom stack, capable of overwhelming her heavily defended locations. Even my super amazing hero is expendable in this. I was a really nice overlord. I was sitting here making the land into nice farmlands, fixing deserts and things, and just being a really, you know, transmuting resources. And somebody declared war on me. We had a little fight. You know, there was some arrows and stuff. Then somebody way more backstabby and treacherous declared war on me. But, you know, we were dealing with this terrible war that I didn't ask for, and then this happened. And finally, things got out of hand. And we found ourselves in this. How did it come to this, we ask ourselves. The beastmen should be our natural friends, living in the forests together with us. You know, I got that great worm spell out of a stroke of genius. Otherwise, it had taken me a lot longer to research it. That event, I mean, it gave everybody something, but there's no telling what the other guys got out of it. But it definitely came at the right time for me. See, I think Warp Lightning might be better than Doom Bolt. Okay. Now, just Chimera? Okay. First things first. Somebody forgot how to how to tunnel through water? Come on, it's not hard. It's just like tunneling through the ground, only wetter. Okay. We'll get a little bit more cannon fodder. I mean, important and respected, I'm not kidding anyone, it's cannon fodder and we all know it. At this point, the Pegasi can't do anything else than absorb hits. I'd lose a worm trying to take that out. I've still got these nodes draining my power. I could try to dispel them, but I don't know how much it costs to dispel them. I've got earthquakes, raised volcanoes, rifts. Problem is, these are so easy to counter. Some of them are anyway. Democracy? What's that? That concept doesn't even exist in our world. We only understand absolute rule. Alright, let's see. Just hasn't really gotten into that corner, thankfully. I think we just need to put more on that island. Wonder, 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 wonder. Alright. I can't support this anymore. We gotta go back to mana. What? That's for destroying things with lots of figures and low hit points. You're targeting a single great worm. What? I have basically 15 minutes left. And then I gotta start running around grabbing all my crap. Huh. Somebody corrupted this adamant tile. When was corruption in play? Oh well. She doesn't know how to clean it up either, apparently. I wish I could get to time stop. That would be a lovely trick. She'd wake up and all her cities would be gone. Yeah, I figured this was gonna happen. I don't have a good place to store them. I can make another gate, then I can put them someplace. I don't even want to waste the mana crystals. That's what I'll do. I just need another earth gate to some calm portion of my kingdom. Fire elementals. Huh. Those must be undead fire elementals, because that's the only way that can happen. Alright, we're gonna drop another earth gate. And we're gonna put it, actually, on the island. And in that way, I can hide my units. Alright. Together. Ooh, this looks vulnerable, unless there's a bunch of invisible things hiding in it. Okay. I want to meet up with these two worms. Together we should probably hit everything. We'll start down here. Work our way up. Once these two stacks unite, I think we can just solidly push through everything, healing them at every stop. The only thing we won't be able to deal with is something with 3 or more great worms in it. It might be awfully difficult to depose somebody who has cast Nature's Eye in all of your cities so they can see everything going on, and can create portals to drop great worms in your town at a moment's notice. But more importantly, why would you rebel against a ruler like this when you're in this world? I mean, good grief. Even if you somehow threw off the shackles of your oppressor, one of the other oppressors would just walk in and cast massacre on your entire everything. And probably burn your city, because it seems to be that kind of world. I don't even know if that person would be... I don't know if she's even trying to make examples. She's just burning shit. You guys better not be talking about other forms of government over there. Heresy! Send in the paladins! This town must be cleansed. Alright, let's see. So, great worms are about to hit... well... the one city that's still producing adamant Pegasi. It's probably a lost cause, but you never know. Warp Lightning turned out to be pretty good. We could see another upset. I need more mana. Okay, there we go, a little more. Better not be any surprises in there. Okay, we're gonna go with Iron Skin. Okay. I missed something. Where did my worm go? I looked away at chat. I looked back. My worm is missing. What happened? I need to know what kills worms. It should have been... its resistance is so high, nothing should have been able to hurt it. It can't be petrified. It can't be massacred. It cannot be cracks called, literally, like it can't be done to it. I don't think I've ever found a book inspired by Master Magic yet, but I really need to know what happened to that worm. Did she learn Annihilate? Annihilate might do it. The worm's got, what, 17 resistance? That might be game ending if they can kill the worms in battle. What happened? Did I just forget to bring it with me? That doesn't seem likely. Doggone it. Just can't kill anything with your arrows. Okay. No, I didn't leave the worm. What happened? Where did it go? This is very worrisome. Well, they're not going to get into another fight until they get the worms back. Petrified? That shouldn't be possible. It shouldn't be possible. They have 14 resistance. Petrify is a -3? It happened on the first turn. She couldn't have... A Black Prayer plus a Petrify gives a 10% chance. It's possible if you 15 turns. I could get a +2 resistance off Survival Instinct to prevent that from happening again, if that's what happened. Ooh, yeah, that city's gonna go down. Alright, I can get them a new worm here, if I win this. Best thing to do is distract them. Okay, it's just gonna move anyway. Holy crap. Not good. Not good. No! Funny thing, great worms are actually not good at running away. You'd think they might be able to get away, but no, they can't. Alright, it lives. It lives. Barely, but it lives. Okay, now I can put those together. Okay, you lost some buffs. What did you lose? Almost everything. Alright, fair enough. And I'm pretty much out of time now. Alright, let's look at the score. We'll pass one final turn. Oh, man. It's a good thing I have that replacement worm. I can have 3 worms, 1 good hero, and some junk. Miscellaneous junk. If I could... Can I take a continent on with just that? Oh... I don't think the people in this world have much choice. The right to travel is, well, historically not a thing most peoples had. You were not allowed to go anywhere. You were to live in the village you were born. And that seems to be the case, unless you can join settlers. So, either you're conquered or you're born into this lot. That's pretty much it. Oh, there's the rare, you're turning one city neutral. Very rarely. That usually doesn't work out in the long term for who does it. Those who don't have all-powerful wizards ruling over them, they just get conquered. They can't fight this crazy stuff. I mean, when somebody can just rain fire from the skies on you, it's kind of hard to maintain independence. Yes, there were free men. They were called nobility. For a certain definition of free. Do I even want this? Yes, I do. Okay. So... I can probably take that. The worm is actually the slowest unit in my army. Drat, the roads aren't working again. Okay. Port. Alright. And we start with the cartographer. Looks pretty bleak. Particularly around my capital. They even went for this. She has specifically targeted my capital. I lost those. I have less territory than I had at the start. I have lost power. This is why I don't bother with Chaos Rifts. She could dispel them without even spending any resources to speak of compared to what I have to invest. Oh my gosh, everything I've done and she's still going up. I am now the most powerful person in the world that's not called Flandre. Well, do I just go burning every city as quick as I can, or do I make desperate gambles to get maybe a valuable retort, artifact, or superpowered hero? That's probably the bad plan. But when things look like this, gambling starts to sound more appealing. I really thought things would have dropped off a little, but her conquests in the Arcanist plane are more than offsetting the damage I'm doing so far. We'll have to see on Sunday. But I have to go. So until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye.